I need a bad girl to make my homie lose.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Her Real Happiness YouTube channel. I am Holly, and here we talk about all things tarot and manifestation. So if you like that sort of thing, please feel free to press the subscribe button if you're not already, and click the bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I post, which should hopefully be a lot more coming into the new year. Basically, I haven't been filming, I don't think, since I've had my baby. And so my just a little disclaimer, I'm not sure if you can see him because he is moving around in the back. I've got a 6-month-old bully puppy back there, and then my my newborn baby is asleep in his buggy because I've just got back from the school run. So if I get any disturbances, that is why. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to stop reacting in the moment to the 3D. Basically, I want to take you through a few tips that I have found that really have helped me with just making sure that I don't react to things that are happening. First of all, the first thing that you need to do is to become aware that you are reacting. If you don't know that you're reacting, you can't actually stop that. So unless you actually become aware of that and be mindful in the moment, then it's gonna keep snowballing because you haven't actually been mindful of your thoughts. And if you're already practicing mental diet and keeping up with, being mindful of your thoughts and being self-aware, then you should already know how to do that and be mindful of the fact that you're reacting. Because if you're already mindful of your thoughts, then you should be mindful of the fact you're reacting as well. If you aren't, then it would really be beneficial for you to learn about mindfulness. Eckhart Tolle is a really good place to start. He has a YouTube channel. Of course, I'm pretty sure most of you would have heard of his book, which, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called now. Me and my ADHD head, hey. The Power of Now. There you go. The Power of Now. His book, The Power of Now. That is again really good places to start about learning about mindfulness. Although I don't subscribe to everything that he teaches, he does talk very well, if that's that's the right phrase. He teaches well on the art of mindfulness and how to be more mindful and be mindful of your thoughts. And so I would really recommend that, as well as practicing meditation. Now, people use meditation sometimes as a way, as like a technique of how to manifest, whereas I don't use meditation in that way. I use meditation daily to help me to become more mindful. And if you have ADHD like I do, or any sort of mental issues, then it's quite difficult to keep track of your thoughts. Like, we're not programmed to do that. It's not our original programming. And so meditating and calming the mind, even if it's just for 5 minutes each day, that really helps me personally to be more mindful of my thoughts throughout the days. It's sort of like training myself to be more mindful of my own mind. So if you don't already, I would really recommend getting into the practice of meditation, to help you to learn how to be aware and mindful of your thoughts without feeling like you need to control them or interact with them in any way. Using that the techniques that you will learn from meditation, just breathing and observing, you will be able to change the path, the track of your thoughts quite a lot more easier than you would do if you didn't meditate and you didn't sort of train your brain to respond to your thoughts in that way. So if you don't already meditate, one thing that you can do when you start to notice that you are spiraling and that you're thinking too much about an issue, then to take a stop. I sometimes like to go and just clap. If I'm obviously not if I'm outside in the street, because people will probably think I'm a crazy person. But like if I'm in the comfort of my own home and I have the ability to just clap, it sort of instantly stops my brain from bleh. So I'll do that, and then I will take a few deep breaths, normally 3, because I like to count in 3s. That's like, I find it I find it easy to come back to. It's just my patterned way of thinking. And so if you can, so taking 3 deep breaths, and then it stops you from continuing down on that cycle of thoughts. And then once you've done that, you can observe those thoughts. Again, going back to the meditation techniques that we've learned through meditation, is to observe your thoughts and think to yourself, what am I thinking? Like, where does this come from? Now, you don't have to analyze it in the sense of, oh my God, I'm going to have to do some shadow work, I'm going to have to journal. Obviously, if you want to do that, then that's great. But you, in the moment, don't think about analyzing it. Just think, this thought is coming from a belief that I already have about the situation. Every thought that you have comes from a belief, or every unintentional thought comes from a belief or an assumption that you already have. And so if you think to yourself, this thought is coming from a belief or assumption that I already have, or that I had previously and is now manifesting into circumstance. So not just with the things that we want to manifest, but everything that we experience is a manifestation of our preconceived assumptions and our already dominant thoughts. And so everything that's going on in your life now is a result of everything that you already believe or believed before you started trying to consciously manifest. And so if something, say we're talking about an SP, for example, if you already have a belief that this SP is a total arse bag and he's horrible to you and he's never interested in you, then that belief has to manifest, because that is what you believe, and your subconscious is always a reflection of what you believe. Your subconscious always shows us what you believe. And so if you've already got an assumption about your SP or about a certain situation, but we're using SP as an example, if you already have an assumption like that, then that is what is going to manifest. So if you stop and observe your thoughts and think, this is coming from a belief that I already had, and it has to manifest. And so that can help you to connect to the fact that actually you are creating everything. And so if you've created this circumstance, then you can create a better one, or the one that you want. Another one that I want. And it's embarrassing. You can create the one that you want through creating a new assumption. And how do we do that? We change our beliefs. We change our assumptions that we already have. And so one thing that could really help you in being able to change that belief is to try and find what that belief comes from. So if you can pinpoint the belief that is causing you to have the current manifestations, then you'll find it easier to correct that belief. If you don't know what belief it's coming from, then it's more difficult to change the belief, obviously, because you don't know what belief is causing the current manifestations or your current circumstance. And so you might find if you brainstorm a little bit on that and see where that manifestation is coming from, see what thoughts are coming into your brain are coming from, what belief that is, then you might find it easier if you can pinpoint that belief to be able to then change it to a belief that will manifest the circumstance that you actually want. But, and this is a but, you don't have to do this. You don't have to know what belief it is to change your belief. If you create a new belief, then the belief that's related to that circumstance will still change to your new belief. But it's just easier if you can tell what belief it is, so that you can change that. You can really pinpoint and streamline your affirmations and your visualizations to be able to change that. If trying to pinpoint that belief that you already have, if that is going to trigger you in any way to overthink those things, and it's going to create more resistance and create more thoughts along that belief, then don't try. Because at the end of the day, if you're causing yourself to think more in the state of that belief that you have, then you are going to just create more thoughts that affirm that belief and create more circumstance that affirms that belief. And so it's good in a sense that if you can deep dive into it and pinpoint that belief, then you can streamline your affirmations to be able to change that belief. But if it creates more negative thoughts or thoughts in tune with that already deep set belief, then don't do that. You don't need to do that. You just want to stick to your affirmations that you are going to be using to change your belief. And so it's not a necessary thing, but it is something that some of you might find useful to be able to change your beliefs in order to change your 3D reality. So that is my general those are my tips for how to stop yourself from reacting in the 3D and stop yourself reacting to the 3D circumstances that you have manifested in your reality. At the end of the day, you just have to remember that you are the creator. You created this, and you can create better, and you can create everything you want. You've been manifesting on like autopilot your entire life until you realize that you can consciously manifest. And so you're not going to be doing anything different other than persisting in the things that you want and rejecting the things that you don't. And so you just have to remember that everything is a creation of your assumptions and your beliefs. And so if you change those beliefs and change those assumptions, then your 3D will change to to follow suit and to fit that assumption and belief. So I hope that you found this useful. If you did find this useful, then please leave me a little thumbs up, because it really helps me to grow and to reach more people, and it shows me that you guys actually enjoy what I'm speaking about and enjoy me and my company. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry, my dog is chewing something. I was making sure he wasn't chewing one of the kids' toys. Thank you so much for tuning in with me and listening to me speak. I hope that you found this helpful, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye, guys.
I need a bad girl to make my homie lose his cool.